How's it going, guys? Joe's Fish Garage. Just showing you one of my, not that I can get a great picture of it, but my most recent victories. I have a strain of longfin bristlenose I've been working with for years. I crossed a green dragon and a calico, and I brought some from Florida with me. This is one of the, that kind of shows more the calico. And I only ended up with males out of the ones that I brought to grow out. I had one of my original female breeders who, honestly, I've never been super happy with her finnage, but I have been super happy with her ability to produce eggs. But one interesting thing about her is she's hard to breed. She gets very, very large spawns, which is awesome, but she seems to be difficult for the males to catch. I think part of it is I'm trying to breed males with really long fins with her, who honestly, her fins are technically a long fin, but they're not necessarily what I would consider a breeding goal type fish, but she's a great breeder for that purpose. So anyways, I've been here for months and months fighting to get different males to breed with her, and finally this guy was able to get it done for me. So I have some babies in there, doing some water changes. Tanks are looking algae filled and maybe a little cloudy from heavy feedings. I do heavy water changes too. I don't really worry about the beautification out here. So what's going on here, and I swear there's fish in this tank, one of which is my Oscar, I just did a water change in this tank, so everyone's feeling grumpy. PTR, and can't get the picture of it. Green Texas. Alright, so I have these 4 filters in here because I am adding my final 4 tanks to the fish room. I know this looks like chaos to anyone who's not me, or maybe if you're in a fish room, it looks like a fish room. Things are going pretty well out here. Pregnant guppy mama, hoping she drops soon. Some longfin variatus fry growing out. Some dragon females and a mutt guppy that I'm trying to use to isolate. Back to how I used to breed guppies in Florida, but I lost a bunch of those in the move. I made that fish into a pretty stable strain, starting with mutts back in Florida. And I had a handful that made it. None of them were looking the way I wanted them to, but finally got a male. And so I got some virgin green dragons that I put him in there with, or not green dragons, right? Virgin dragon guppies. And I'm hoping that he can get it done for me and hopefully get that line going again. Attempting to breed corridors in here. Was breeding emerald corridors. Now I'm trying to get not my stir-bys, my Julies to breed in here. Haven't quite gotten it going yet, working on it still. Longfin albino that was just a random throw. I have 4 of those. They were just random throws from my breeding projects in Florida. Been hanging on to those because I want to start a longfin albino line. And I know I can just buy them, but to me it's kind of cool to do it myself. Not going to see them, but I have one of my line of longfin males and a longfin female that I just purchased at the fish store. She's just kind of a standard chocolate. I more just did that because I want to just get some fish going longfin wise, because they do real well for resale. Black Moscows, they actually have a little bit of blue to them. This I'm going to put a female variatus in later to drop for me. Make sure I'm not flooding my room. Nope, still refilling. Hoping these guys breed again soon. Down here, I always love these big tubs growing out swordtail fry. So one thing I did in Florida is I really wanted to get koi swordtails going. Generally, they're not very genetically strong in a strain as far as like their ability to survive. So I got 2 different strains and crossed them, and I started getting some awesome fish. Well, when I moved, all but 3 of my koi swordtails died. Of them, she's the only one who remains. She is pregnant, and she dropped quite a bit of fry, which are now in the 55, and I'm hoping she'll drop some more. which tells me that I'm a good fish keeper and don't end up making that strain super weak by making bad decisions as a breeder. I will be able to get my koi swordtail strain going again, which makes me very happy. People who follow the channel know that I moved because of Hurricane Michael. I didn't actually lose as much as I would have expected in the 3 weeks of no water or power that we experienced in Panama City after the hurricane. I did, however, lose a whole lot moving to Georgia. And I'm still rebuilding, and things are starting to go better. Very pregnant platy. I'm hoping she'll drop soon. Giving her own tank up there so she can drop it and I can return her back to the main colony. I've been doing that with some of my fish where I will see a pregnant mama and move her to a tin with good cover, just because I'm really trying to get some numbers up on a lot of things. Excited to see these guys pregnant. This is actually 2 virgin dragon guppies that I have, and this guy that I found at my local pet store. Again, hoping to get that going. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's not per se working with like a set strain, but it's not really working with mutts either, because I'm just trying to see if I can breed to make more males that look like those, because I think they're marketable. Got some full golds in here. I actually think I have 2 males. A good friend of mine in Florida sent me 3 of them. And one of them passed, and the other 2 I believe are male. So next time I'm in town, I might go see if I can steal some females from him. I swear there's shrimp and stuff in here. Not that I see them, but there was one right there. Blue Dreams. I was having a lot of problems with my Blue Dreams. I took a huge hit on Blue Dreams when I moved to Florida. I finally just gave up on trying to rebuild what has become a very ugly colony of Blue Dreams. Because what happened when I moved is I caught out all the ones that were easy to catch, was obviously the ones that are the highest color. And the ones that were kind of just left mixed in the moss and mixed in the bottom of the tank where I left about an inch of water were ones that really should have been cold. Well, fill the tanks back up, and now this tank full of cold, so I was breeding, and that's what I have. So eventually I'm going to get in there and catch all the shrimp out, or I might not. I might just let that be a cold tank and have fun with it. But we'll see what I do there. Just got thrown out because my wife just poked her head in to say goodbye. I'm sure she's going to make fun of me later. So anyways, what I was saying is I ordered some more Blue Dreams from Flip Aquatics, which is where I got my original ones. I'm waiting for them to get going. I thought I saw a buried one in here a few days ago. I'm not seeing babies yet. The tank is thoroughly seasoned, so I know I'm confident they're going to do well. Blue Dreams, for me, that's a very slow shrimp to start. It always takes me a while to really get numbers, and then next thing I know, I turn around and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a tank full of blue roaches. Ooh, that is definitely a shrimp that needs to get caught out. I'm actually probably it's gonna be embarrassing watching me trying to catch a shrimp while I got the phone in my hand. I just don't want that shrimp to have too much say so and let this see, because my reds are looking good. If I let that shrimp breed, it's not going to continue that way. So I'm going to go ahead and catch that. Put the net right there. So it's in the net. I don't know if you can see its shadow, but it is, and I'll take care of that in a minute. Honestly, what happens with a lot of my shrimp coals is they go to the big boy tank for a snack. Some people don't like that, some people get it. I don't do live feeders in the sense that I would never go buy live feeders. I'm really dyslexic the way I'm feeling anything. Basically, whenever I see a fish pop out, I want to show people there's actually fish in my water. I did turn that off. Okay. So these over here are some normal cories that I've bred. I took half of so I had quite a big spawn, or maybe a couple small spawns, because I did that colony style. So I know I didn't get near the yield I could have if I would have pulled the eggs. About half of them went in my display tank inside for me to enjoy inside because me and my wife and kids really like the Corys, and another half are out here growing out. Might use them for future breeding projects where I actually take the time to pull eggs and try to get them done in such a way that I can sell them to my local fish store. But the real purpose of this video that's now 10 minutes into, trying to get these guys to breed if I can. I actually think the male is a little too small for such a big female, and I think she's dominating. So what I'm probably going to do is pull him and put him somewhere where I can grow him out easier. So I think the male needs to be bigger than the female. So now that you guys have dealt with my dyslexia, not dyslexia, ADHD, which actually I'm diagnosed with both, I'm not being insensitive. That's probably why I'm mixing them up too. You'll see a new rack, which I just built because $1 per gallon sale started today, and being that tomorrow's my birthday, my wife gave me permission to go get some tanks. It's 29, 29, 20, and 20. Probably going to do a little corridor action on the bottom, and then these top three are going to be for now. And these are not, the plan with these tanks is not to ever have them be dedicated to anything other than breeding. These are supposed to be changeover tanks. Pretty much all my other tanks have become like colony style breeding where it's pretty committed to this is what's in it. I want these to be strictly utilitarian. I'm going bare bottom, I'm going painted back. Here's my breeding project I'm doing. I'm going to have a main colony of whatever I'm breeding in another tank. I'm going to pull specimens to breed and then move them back over to grow out. If you can see them at all in this algae mess, which I've let it be because I'm trying to grow these guys out, I got some of Select Aquatics, his type of Odessa, and I really want to get them breeding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through them, sort male and female, males in 120 long, females in another 20 long, and then I'm going to set up a 29, and I'm going to kind of, if you ever watched his really long series on how to breed these guys, it's great. I've heard some critiques that it's long-winded and boring, and my answer to that is, well, you really need to pay attention because it's great stuff. It's not long-winded or boring. It's all just good information. It just happens to be a lot of information. So anyway, if you're familiar with his method, you are, and if you're not, I don't want to try to do what he did in 5 hours and 5 minutes. But one modification to make is I am going to use his technique of using duckweed that is dried out to try to put in the tank a day before to get infansoria going. I'm also going to use marbles on the bottom of the tank so that hopefully the eggs will fall in between and it won't be able to eat the eggs because they will eat their eggs. What he does is he creates like a false bottom, which is pretty cool, and I might do eventually, but for now I'm just going to try the marbles. I'll take you guys outside and show you what I've been working on outside today. Just a random muck guppy. I think it has, I used to keep tiger indlers. I definitely think that guy has tiger indler in him. Cool looking fish. I don't know that anyone who wanted to buy a fish would think he's as cool as I do. Kind of ran into the pet shop. I had a bunch of fish that looked like him, and the owner wasn't super excited about him. He did take him in. He gave me a small amount on them. I don't want to call any of those or anything, so basically just happy that he's going to get them rehomed for me, but he wasn't super keen on them. But I was selling him a bunch of super red plecos, which he struggles to get in, so he was meeting in the middle on the guppies that he didn't really like. So he kind of threw me a bone there, and I sold him some fish he needed. That's what I've been working on today. It's my haul from the $1 per gallon shell, 229s. 220 longs, the next 20 long, because eventually one of the tins is coming out going to my son's room. So this color paint is not chosen for any reason other than it was a mist tint that was an outdoor mist tint that I was able to get cheaply, and so that is the color of any tank that I've painted until that gallon is gone. I'll probably end up trying to buy this color again just for uniformity's sake. Does the job. I know a lot of people don't like blue, some people like black, some people like whatever. I like this. It works. Got it for like $5 for a gallon of it, and it's worked out. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out for a long video. Gonna finish these up and get them in the racks, and I'll get you guys another update soon. Make sure you subscribe to Joe's Fish Garage if you like what you see. Thanks, bye.